us do what we do with the Craft Equip program. Every single week, we have live classes. On Tuesdays, we have live Photoshop class or live AI class. On Wednesday, we have live Photoshop class. And then with the Craft Equip program on Fridays, we also have a business session where we're talking about ways to grow our business or ways to grow our skill sets that help us grow our business. So we meet 3 times live each week. And that has allowed a lot of people to gain their confidence and their competence. And that alone is one of the or two of the pillars that's going to help you also increase those profits. Okay. So I'm just going to be talking tonight about how I use these images, how I use the AI that we did on Tuesday, how I use the Photoshop that we did on Wednesday, how I'm using some other tools like Canva to create some of my marketing materials, to create my mock-ups. We use the Automizer. So I'm going to pull it all together today, y'all. If there's something that you don't understand, just go ahead and let me know in the chat, because I want to make sure that every single week when I do a Friday class, I'm tapping on the features and the things and the skills that you all want to learn. So last challenge was all about learning to design for large format projects like your events, those big focal points and backdrops and floor wraps and foam boards, those sort of things. Now this week we're focusing more on the small format products like your, here, let me give you an example here. So these are some stages I have pre-set up and some collections and categories, and you all are going to watch me and help me today go ahead and make some marketing material with these mock-ups. Now, I don't know if you can believe this. If you don't know anything about the Automizer, you probably won't believe it, but all of these products on these multiple boards, every last one of these products, with the exception of the large format products like the accordion wall and the arch, all of those were built inside of something called the Automizer. The Automizer is a tool that I developed for our community inside of Photoshop that allows you to design one t-shirt. Like for instance, today or yesterday, we designed this one t-shirt, and that one t-shirt made so many other products. And if I could show you what we did yesterday, I'll pull that up in a little bit. So yesterday we designed 9 products, but as you can see here, there's probably at least maybe 50 to 80 products here. I don't know. I didn't even count them. I just know that I did not sit there and mock all of them up. That's the important thing to note. I don't realize how many products it is to design because it took me no longer to design the 80 products than it did for me to design one product. Okay, that's because when I design one product, I propagate it with my Automizer, sit back, let that do what it does, and then I start working on my marketing materials in Canva. And if I'm going to do any motion graphics or create any GIFs or anything like that. So you all are going to see that happen in real time. I am going to ask you all to bear with me. I am live streaming on YouTube. I'm live streaming on Zoom. I'm using up Photoshop, which is a heck of a resource. I hope to show you all some video generation AI software tonight, which will take up a lot of data too. So if you see any lagging or you can't hear or anything like that, just make sure you nicely let me know. I don't usually have any problems with anybody being kind and really professional, because that's just who we are. That's what we do over here in the N8 tribe. But I do want to let y'all know on the YouTube side too, this may be your first time getting to know me, but the tribe really cares about me a lot. So please, make sure that on the YouTube side, we stay respectful and loving, because I don't want the tribe to get you. Okay. All right. So, and I know I have some tribe in the YouTube as well as in the Zoom room. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started because I'm really excited to show you all some of this process today. Told y'all I had a little surprise, and it might be a surprise because I haven't made it work yet. So I'm going to see if I can make it work right now. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is show you, I'm working on this right now, and I've already shown you how we did this with the green grad. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on. So I'm going to unhide that page for a moment, and then I'm going to hide these. And my goal is anytime I develop a tool, I want to make a tool that is going to make life easier for you, not just pretty for you. I could teach y'all all day how to do pretty much exactly what I do. However, if I do it one time, I don't even want to do it a second time. Okay. So I'm going ahead and unhiding these pages. I don't want to do it a second time. Once I do something once, I like to templatize it. And if I'm going to templatize it, then I might as well share that resource with you all so you don't have to put in all of the hours upon hours, sometimes weeks that it takes to develop some of this stuff. I don't want y'all doing that. All right. So let me see. I am going to just replay this little thing here so you all can see. It doesn't have any sound or anything, but it's just an easy way to showcase your products without necessarily just having a just straight up photo. Okay. Now, all of these products, every last one of these products here, with the exception of like our accordion walls and our cubes, came out of the Automizer. That means that they automatically populated all of the design and the mock-up and the printable files. Okay. And if you're curious to what the Automizer is, I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. And then that way you'll have some understanding of why Innate Academy is different, why we are definitely standing apart, because not only are we on top of design, but we are on top of innovation in this design space. So the whole point is to make tools that are simpler. Now you see this is GIF style. So here, I want to show y'all the difference there. So this last view, I think it's down here at the bottom. There it is. So the GIF style, and I want to show you this, the GIF style is what I use for my Shopify store. And I'll show you an example in just a second. But you'll see that this video style, maybe that's what you're using for your Instagram or even for your banner on your page. You want it to have some, flow and motion. And instead of doing this in CapCut, it is very simple to make this inside of Canva, but it does lack some of the things that I could do, of course, inside of CapCut. But it also is very simple. And I have created a template for it that I'm only going to give away one time in the challenge. And then after that, that template is going to be a sellable file for me. So for those of you all who are in this 307 challenge, congratulations. You're going to be my guinea pigs, but you're going to get a resource that will definitely be a paid resource in the future. Now, see how the GIF just changes? It's pretty much flat images just changing. Those are good for, let me show you some examples. I like to show you the why before I show you the how. Reason being, if you understand the why, the how makes sense, makes more sense. You're going to do it more if you understand the why. If I show you the how first, you'll be like, yeah, I'll do that later. Yeah, maybe I'll get into that. Okay, so I want you to notice pretty much every class that I do. You see how the images just change? Now, technically, that is considered an image, not a video. Okay. So what I was showing you before, where it had the objects kind of moving slowly in, that is an MP4. That's a video. So that would work for Instagram. It would work for Facebook. It would work for your advertisements. If you're building your advertisements and you want to go ahead and start doing Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube ads, etc. But these GIFs kind of perform the same kind of purpose, but without using up a whole lot of data. They're very small files, and they're able to move without weighing down so much of your thumbnail, because you can use videos for thumbnails for Shopify, but they don't move by themselves. You have to kind of hover over it or click on it in order to make the video play. If you use GIFs, they just automatically move. And almost everybody, even graphic people, non-graphic people, when they come here and they see my images moving, they're like, wow, how do you make a move? Like, I'm just used to seeing one image there. And if I hover over it, maybe I see a second image. But this is what I want you to realize. You don't have to overcomplicate things in Canva, and you don't have to be a production specialist. I suck at photography. I suck at videography. I said it. I just never really intended to get very skilled at those levels. That's what my family is for. That's what I am training my niece and nephew to be more talented and skilled than me in. So I'll stick to the Photoshop, and then I have somebody else be the videographer and the video editor. Okay. But in the meantime, in between time, I can show you how to make these things look dynamic, use them for your social media, and not be overwhelmed. Most of y'all here are not trying to be videographers and video editors either. That's a whole nother skill set. And although it's a great skill set to have, that's not what I want you to focus on. Here's our problem, right? Y'all tell me if this is our problem. We make these beautiful pieces of work and then we sit on the work and we don't share it with people. We don't put it on our social media. We don't put it in our emails because we don't think it's presented in a perfect way, or we just keep waiting on that perfect moment to make it look like something that perhaps maybe a skilled videographer, photographer would do for you. What we learned this week: do we truly need a photographer? Do we truly need a photographer? All of these images were made in AI during our AI class on Tuesday. Doesn't it look like I hired someone to do this beautiful stock photography? Do you know how many thousands of dollars it would take to do this as a real photo shoot? Now, here's the kicker: you all did this in class as well, right? So it's not just me. The way that I gauge my success is how easy it is for me to transfer my skills to you. Okay. If I can do it on here all day and you could just watch me and eat popcorn, that's not success to me. My success is when I see you all doing it, actively using it, and putting that work out there because you're proud of it and you're not afraid of it anymore. Your pride and your skill level has overcome your fear level. Okay. So, how many of you all were or maybe still are afraid of AI? Like, just didn't know how to use it. You don't want to just throw money down the drain and just get these subscriptions. You had no idea how AI can actually help you in your business, or you were afraid to use AI. Go ahead and give me a one in the chat if that was you. Or maybe it still is you and it's okay. Just give me a one in the chat. Let me know where you are or where you were. My goal is to understand where you are and help you get to your next level. Okay. I've been at several different levels. I'm still working on my next level, but my goal is to help you get to your next level. All right. So I see that. Now, how many of you all, when you used AI this week, or you saw the use of AI this week, or you're seeing the use of AI this week, are you any more confident? Give me a 2 if you're just a little bit more confident. Give me a 10 if you're a lot more confident in how you can use AI for your business, especially for your creative business. Okay, I see y'all coming through. I got some 2s, some 10s, some 3s. Beautiful. I just want to see, are we progressing? Are we progressing together as a tribe? I want to see your confidence grow. And I want to see your competence grow. Okay? And competence is just how well we do something. That's your skill. This is your skill level. Okay? All right. So I am literally taking that AI right now. And inside of Photoshop, I'm building a little composite scene right now. I don't know how it's quite going to turn out, but I want to make a little mini video that's going to kind of move in the background of my products. Okay. So, and for those of you all who are in the Crafts to Quit program, please know that we're going to have all of this saved tonight. You all get to watch me work. You get to ask questions. You get to tell me how you want to use this. I am checking you out all out and looking at the chat inside the Zoom room. So whatever I create tonight, I'm giving you the full resources for, okay? All I want you to do tonight is like really, I want you to revel in the fact that everything I'm showing you tonight, you've already done this week. I'm just showing you a way that we're going to put it together and do a next level project. Is that all right? Okay. Cheryl says, "Yay!" Cheryl, I already know you would have been the first to share your screen every time. All right, my loves, and I do want to tell you, I'm extremely proud of you. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just creating a little scene here with one of my backdrops that we did from the AI room. So if you're wondering what prompt I used, let me take you to that. All right, so this is our AI room that we did this week. Yeah, I went in here. You all were going off. Y'all were going off. So I'm proud of you. I did this one. We did the green scene, and we developed a lot of different products with the green scene, as you can see, some of those ones that I just showed you. All right, so I'm going to show you the prompt that I used to get this red scene that we're working with right now. And I believed I used this one here. Product photography, a blank white 20-ounce skinny tumbler placed on a luxury deep red platform surrounded by orchid branches with soft light and shadow. Delicate texture, high definition details, high resolution photography suitable for a product design magazine cover or advertisement, captured with professional studio lighting and a Nikon D850 camera. Okay. Now, I did initially do this one as a square, but I changed the aspect ratio to the 3:2. And the way that I did that is once it upscaled as a square for me, all I did was pan to the left. The reason why I'm panning to the left, because in my image, I want my model to be on the left, and I want there to be like a little bit of a product space to the right. And I want her to have a little bit of space where she can move here. I don't know how it's going to turn out, y'all. I'm just making it up as I go along because that's what we do as creatives. So hopefully this whole system cooperates with me so I can show y'all something fun and not funky. But if it turns out funky, I'm still going to make it fun. All right, so I'm using a program, and let me see which program I'm going to use. I think I am going to use Runway. Let me see if Runway's working for me, y'all. All right, so after I created that little scene, I saved it as a PNG, brought it into Runway. And this is not an official class for doing this animation, y'all. I'm just showing you how I'm going to put everything that we use together this week, and I'm going to make some cool stuff, hopefully. All right, now this one came out okay. It just put the branches in front of her face. I didn't want that, but I could still use it. I think that is the one so far that came out better, but you'll see that the AI video generation is also going to give you some really weird stuff too. Like that orchid just popped up in my face out of nowhere, even though I said I wanted the orchids in the background. So just like your kids don't listen sometimes, AI has a mind of its own. It don't listen either. So you just have to keep playing with it and prompting with it until it does give you, oh my goodness, what in the world? Come on, AI. Nobody asked for that. Not one person asked for that. All right, so you get to see the creativity of AI as well. I don't know why little fairy popped up on my platform. I didn't ask her to do that. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just get a little more descriptive here. So I was keeping it simple because I wanted to just barely have a little bit of movement. Sometimes AI can get real drastic with some changes here. So what I want to say is that the model moves gracefully in place. That's what I wanted her to do. And she kind of did, but then a fairy appeared out of nowhere. Didn't ask for that. I'm just going to say her hair blows in the wind and see if that kind of focuses more on my model here. And I'm just going to say the female model moves gracefully in place. Let's see what it does. Now I'm going to generate here. Like I said, this isn't a full tutorial on how to use this app. Y'all, we will be doing some separate classes on that type of stuff. I just want you all to see, even if you did a simple prompting like what I'm doing right now, and you wanted to get some of these results, this is how. And while that's cooking, let me see, can I go to my dashboard, show you how I made my green guy. This might be it. That's not the one. Let me go back. That was my graduation journey. Let me go to my dashboard, go to my sessions. And I believe it's this one. There we go. All right, so I'm just showing you that no matter what I put in this prompt, sometimes I'm gonna get what I want, sometimes I'm gonna get something funky. All right, so I'm telling it right here, I have my model wearing a shirt. Look, see, I just put somebody else in there. That wasn't one I ended up using. And then he started skipping with one leg. So I'm just letting y'all know, if you plan on doing some video generation, get your credits ready. Get your credits ready. Okay. So I will show you how I use some of these. Then he started walking, almost looking like he walking backwards. So there were some that I got some good movement. There were some that just didn't make sense. I think I end up using this one because the lightning came through with this one. I did like that. But just showing you all, this is my AI character. This is an AI background that we did. I can't even remember which class it was. I have to go back and reference that for y'all later. But see how much I have to actually work these things just to get something that I find interesting enough to put into my little ad. Because y'all, it gave him some jorts right here. I didn't ask for the jean shorts. I didn't ask for that, but it gave it to me. I told it that he shifts in his pose, standing in the same position. This man walked to the middle of the picture. I didn't ask for that. I wanted the middle of the picture to stay clear so that I could put my products there. So I am just showing you. Look, I didn't ask for him to have 4 arms. I didn't do that. This one turned into a woman for me real quick. Look, I'm gonna show you the good and the bad and the ugly, okay? But this one, he was just so proud of himself. He had to stomp real hard in the middle. I don't know why he did that. But it seems as if the more I work with an image, the worse it gets because it starts to get aggravated that it's doing the same thing. And it just gets worse, y'all. Um this one was actually pretty good here. I did some color grading and stuff as well, but just showing you I can do some pretty cool stuff, but it is still a work in progress. You're still going to be developing things. I actually ended up chopping up. Like if this one was 5 seconds or 10 seconds and the first 5 seconds were okay, I would trim that and use just the first 5 seconds. So just giving you some ideas of how we did the green grad, the way that you see it here. And let me pull this down just a little bit. Okay. So just giving you an idea of how those even came about. So let me hide my GIFs here. Now we can keep the GIFs in. They're only like a fraction of a second a piece. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and hide this video. I'll show it to you. How about this? I'll show you one more time. So now you can probably understand. So that's how I got him walking. That's how I got him somewhat walking. That's how I got the lightning moving and him walking. But inside of this, I only used about maybe like 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds of the video because I have so many products to show. I wanted this to be able to also be a video. All right. So I'm not showing you exactly how that is, but I did give you this as a resource for the last challenge that we did on the first week of March. So what I'll do is I will give this to you again and I will update it with what we're doing tonight. Okay. So all you have to do is sit back, relax. You can ask a few questions if there's something that's like pressing on your heart, but just know if it's off track from what I'm doing tonight, I'll get to it later, but I'll put it on my list. I have a list of things that you all want to learn from me. Okay. And this is what I aim to show every Friday. I'm taking off of the list of things you want to learn from me, and I'm showing you those things. Okay. All right. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you, Georgia Beauty, for sharing. Sharing is caring. Y'all listen, on the YouTube side, y'all are getting this information for the free 99. Other people are paying $197 a month to be in the Crafts Equip program to get access to this challenge and information. So please, at the very least, share this with your creative friends. Go ahead and like and subscribe so that I can continue to show you all this valuable information on your Freebie Friday classes. All right. All right. So where am I going now? I'm going to check back on my video, see what we're getting into for this one. Graceful model posing. Let's see what, you know what? I'm not going to talk junk about you. Let me see what you did. You literally moved the camera. I didn't ask you to move the camera. Hmm. Let me tell it to do a static camera. See, like I said, when you start doing things in here and it feels like you didn't like it the first time, I'm going to go with the one that I think, was it this one or this one? Might even be this one. Nope, that's not it because that one put, I believe it is this one. And I think I already downloaded it. Let's see here. Are you doing anything special other than moving? Nope. That's the one that brought me a fairy in the middle of my platform. And I'm just going to redo this one. Shifts ever so gracefully in place. Let me see if she's going to do what I asked her to do. One more time, y'all. Now, this thing uses up credits. So as you can see, every time that I prompt, it will tell you, for instance, I think this one says 70 credits. Now, if I upscale it or expand it or do other things to it, it does use up more credits. And also, if you are using turbo mode, let me try generation 4. It says it's more controllable. Let's see if that is true. And the reason why I put a 10-second generation is because I have to trim these videos because a lot of times it'll start off with something looking real stiff or weird. And then if you have a 10-second snippet, it costs more credits, but then I can trim out the first and the end of the clip if it ends up looking like something a little crazy. Okay, I'm so tired of it putting this one little flower in the beginning. Maybe that does something for the product to kind of draw some attention to it, but I don't like that. I'm going to put camera is static. And let's see if that changes anything here. And I'm going to let these kind of generate together. And I could tell it is going much more slowly because I am doing the live stream. So just keep in mind that it should be going a bit faster than this on my system and with my internet, but I'm just going to let it be great. Okay. So meanwhile, while that's working, I did create a longer image here so that it could work as a web banner also. So I am going to go ahead and quick export this as PNG. That way I have that image as a web banner so that my products, I can have one product at a time, kind of come up here, move away, bring the next product up. I can do that as well. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to show you all that tonight. I probably won't. We'll see. We'll see because we're already at almost 8 o'clock and I want to get some of this good stuff done for you. All right. Now, the great thing here is I'm going to show you what this does in just a second. This is the surprise I was telling you about. And it's going to be a surprise to me too when it works. Because I'm literally figuring out what you all want to do. And I'm making up tools. Just like I made up the Automizer, just like I made up the split template, just like I made up the buddy, all of those things. And I can't say I made them up. I think this is a team effort because you keep coming to me with problems and struggling with stuff. And then I go to sleep and literally God gives me visions and I create them in real life after you all struggle with stuff. So this is why I love helping. I never made any of this stuff before when it was just me designing. I would just spend hours designing. But when you all needed me, guess what I did? Put on my cape, stopped being shy, and got on this YouTube and figured out ways to help y'all. I have been designing since 1999 for the 99 2000. That's when I started, literally in the 99 2000. Started designing in Photoshop while I was in high school. And I learned from the help files, y'all. I didn't have no book. I didn't have no YouTube. YouTube wasn't even out then. I used to go to these help files. You hear me? And actually figure out how to do certain things. That's how I learned. Now you have me, and you don't have to struggle with the help files, and you don't have to struggle on YouTube because a lot of times it's very hard to find out what to do in YouTube for the projects that you want to do. So my goal, break it down, make tools for you that allow you to work almost effortlessly, but have a major impact and make it look like you have my 25 years of Photoshop experience. All right. So let's get into what I want to do with this on Canva. I'm testing something out for y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and unhide this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and hide these because we're going to do a very similar project right now. Go ahead and hide those pages. What happens when I hide the pages, I don't have to worry about when I get ready to download it. You see how it's only showing me the pages that are not hidden? So I'm going to go ahead and hide 50 to 64 so I don't forget. So 50 to 64, boom. Those are my GIF images. All right, so let's see what I have so far. All right, images flowing. The image is a little big. I like how she's kind of flowing and stuff though. I just didn't like, maybe it's okay. I'm being hard on myself because I'm supposed to have some text pop up down here too and say which collection this is. So we're going to have a little fun, name some collections, put some text on here, and basically create a project. So I might be okay with this one. We'll see. So what I'm going to do here, what I have done for you, which I am so proud of, we're going to see if it works completely because I'm testing it. That's why I said I wasn't going to tell y'all, I promised y'all this because I didn't even know if I was going to get to this today. All right. So each of these little stages here are created already. And I am just going to make me some little blank pages here. And I don't know if I'm going to do all of them right now. I think I'm just going to do a few just so that I can show you that this works. All right. So I'm just going to pop that image up on here and you'll see where this comes from in just a moment. Pop that one up there. Let's see. Let's grab my grad stuff here. We got just a few different collections. Jeez Louise, Shannon, you might as well just do all. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll do these and then I'll show you when the magic happens. I may continue the rest of them. I just want to make sure we can get through this tonight. And I don't have y'all eating popcorn and going to sleep on me, but actually ready to get this work in by the time I'm done. All right. And just an announcement, y'all, don't let me forget. We have some classes coming up this weekend. If you want to learn Photoshop 101, let me go ahead and let you all know right now. If you're in Craft to Quit and you've never taken this class, you get one token to take this class for free. Just go ahead and look on your back end and go ahead and sign up for it. All right. But Photoshop 101, you are going to learn to build a template from scratch, from bringing in a photo, removing the background, adding your own background, adding a layer mask, that little frame type of detail to the back. You're going to add that. You're going to add custom text and you're going to do text effects. So no longer will your images and your text be looking all flat and silly, like sometimes how it can look in Canva, okay? You're going to learn how to use custom brushes. You'll get some free bling brushes and you'll use those. All of that you will do in one 90-minute session with Coach Ann, and she is absolutely amazing. She's even more patient than me, if you can believe it, y'all. Can y'all believe she is more patient than me? She is military background, so she is all about having things organized and making sure there's a system to things as well. I think that if you've never taken a Photoshop class in your life and you step into this room, you are going to be so amazed at what you complete, because you will make your own template that you can flip a million different times, a million different ways. And that will absolutely give you confidence to enter our Wednesday live Photoshop classes. Okay. Now, if you enter the program, you're going to automatically be in a position where you're going to hit the ground running designing in Photoshop. Okay. That's just how we roll. We do templates. We show you how to do everything in class. I look at your screen. Coach looks at your screen, make sure that you're following the steps, and we don't move on until everybody has completed those steps. Our motto is no creative left behind. So please make sure that you can comment the word template under the last post on our Facebook page or our Instagram page. If you comment the word template, it'll take you to this page and you can register for this class that starts tomorrow at 11 a.m. And I promise you, in one day, you're going to learn everything that you need to learn in Photoshop and have a completed project. All right, so that was my plug for Coach Ann, because I know she's going to get you right. All right. We also have a Canva class like that. We just finished with Coach Treese, building the same type of template, same skills in Canva. And then just to let y'all know, Shopify, y'all see what Coach Naja doing with the Shopify. She don't play. She's going to help you get your whole Shopify page set up for graduation, even if you have a brand new store, even if you do not have a store. She's going to help you set up your store, and then also go ahead and set up your graduation page, your products, and your collections so that people can get out your inbox and onto your Shopify store. And then me and Coach Des are teaching on April 13th. We're helping you put the Automizer onto your computer and showing you how to make all these different products I'm showing y'all tonight, how to make all of them on your computer with just changing out a single image, and it will make all of the 100+ products. I think we have 120 products in this newest Automizer. Okay. So no worry if you don't know what Automizer is, it doesn't matter. As long as you have Photoshop on your system and you enroll in this class, you will get the full Automizer and you will get hands-on help. So some of you all are just buying the Automizer, and that's cool. It is available to purchase now, the 304 Automizer. But if you purchase the Automizer in action class, that means we're going to help you make sure that it works on your system on April 13th. Okay. All right. So that was my announcements. Let me get back to work. If you all have questions, Customer Happiness is here to help answer those questions in the chat as well. So don't feel bad asking questions in the chat. Customer Happiness will be able to help you all with that. All right. So let me see if my video turned out any better before I go forward. Where's my video? Kind of cool. But I said gracefully in place, and she just kind of skedaddled and blinked. But that is kind of cool. That's not what I want, though. That's not what I want. Oh, that one. Okay. Oh, no. That's not what I want either. All right, female model. Let me try something else. Slightly smiles. Let me see if I can get another kind of reaction out of her. Slightly, can I spell slightly? Yes, I can. And let me take out her hair blows in the wind. Maybe don't like her hair blowing in the wind because it don't look like it's wind around. Oh, give me something better than that. All right, so while it's doing that, and y'all, this is how I look. This is my workflow. This is literally how I'm working when I'm working on projects. I have this over here cooking, and then I'm working on something else. So, all right. So let's say we're going to continue to use this video because that's just what it is for right now. I am going to copy and paste it here. And let me do this. I am going to paste it. Copy, paste. Should have pasted in place, but it didn't. One thing I do not like about Canva is that I have things that are like exactly the right size and I know it, and it still will do what it wants to do as far as putting it in place. So just letting y'all know, if you think, you know, that it's going to come in a certain size in a certain position, just know that you may have to resize your stuff in Canva. Okay. Don't be mad at it. Just know it's just going to have to happen that way. Now, what I'm doing here is it already has a frame in the background. I'm just kind of replacing this one so that all of them end up in the same place. Now, it's going to kind of give me this little choppy effect. If I really wanted that stuff to flow, I would take a little more time on where I chop the video. And oh, you know what I should have done? I got to chop the video. Speaking of chopping the video, I didn't do that yet. Because I didn't intend on using this video, I want a better video, but I'm going to roll with this one as long as we're live. Because my girl was looking sleepy, turning around. My other one just made a fairy appear out of nowhere, and I ain't got time. So what I want to do to trim the video, I'm going to come up here to the top, and I'm just going to say, hey, which part of the video is my little 2 seconds that I want? And here, and I honestly don't even mind the little thing, you know, popping up, excuse me, in front of her face too much, but I don't want that to be my focal. And then I'm only showing about maybe 2.5 seconds of this video. And then I need a little bit. So really, I only need about 2 seconds of the video. I add that 0.5 in there because I'm going to put a transition from one video to the other. And when you have a transition, it kind of eats away some of the video from each side of the transition. So for instance, this transition that I have here, this one is line wipe. And it takes up 0.5. If I do this one, yeah, I think all of these are line wipe in 0.05 seconds. So I am going to I'll do the transition afterwards. I want to go ahead and make sure that this works. So we hit play here. All right. Go. And over my whole project, it should have gone to the next slide. All right, so now I'll take this image here. I'm going to copy it because it's trimmed now. So it should only be about 2.5 seconds. And then I'll go to this background here. And I'm going to place this video in the background. All right, and I'll go ahead and do that for each of them. Just place my video in the background here. And then if I get a better video, I'll replace it. But I'm not going to play with that video while it's in here embarrassing me on live. Okay. All right, now when I'm hitting the play here, it's just showing me the single slide. When I hit the play up top, it's showing me all of the slides, how they look together. Okay, and you see how the other ones do not have animation yet? And it's cool that it doesn't have animation yet, because let me show you what I'm going to do. First, I want to go to my position. Go ahead and lock this background. Just go ahead and lock it. I'm going to lock it for all of them so that it doesn't play with me in real time on live, and I don't have to worry about potentially saying any kind of inappropriate language while I'm doing a demonstration. All right, so I'm locking these down. Okay. Now, if I want to move things in the space, let's say, for instance, I wanted to kind of make it look like these items, especially if I want it like one at a time. I'm not going to do that because really and truly what I'm going to do is create some little text that pops up here. So you won't even really see this platform. So I'll save that for when I do the banner. All right. So keep in mind, these have animations to you. You see this little word animate up here? I'm going to right click, copy the style of the one that has the animation and the drop shadow, and I'm just going to paste it on my little champagne bottle there. Then I'll right click, copy that style, paste it on my champagne glass. Right click, copy style, paste it on my shot glass. Right click, copy style, paste it on my wine bottle. Right click, copy style, paste it on my wine glass. Right click, copy style, paste it on my wine topper there. And right click, copy style, paste it on my drink stir. And I think that's all the products there. Okay. So what this does for me is now when I play it, now those products move in. Okay. You see how the rest of them are still static? So what I'm going to do is create that same little pattern there, just copy style, paste, copy style, paste. That's why I said I wasn't going to do all of the boards because I have 18 boards. That means that the Automizer created enough products for me to make 18 different collection boards. Now I'm only doing 5 of them right now. I'll see. I don't know. I don't want to. I'll hate being on live and telling y'all what I'm gonna do. Lord have mercy. Let me copy this style and paste it, because then I hear you said, and y'all don't even. It don't be out loud. It be in typing. It be in messages, and I could just hear the tone that you said. So when I hear that, even though it's just like I said, just black and white words, um, it makes me a little more apprehensive about saying what I'm gonna do. Let's copy style, paste on the plate, copy style, paste. And that's a little fabric napkin there. That's new to the Automizer. Got your bar menu, copy, paste. You got your candle that's new to the Automizer. All of those wine glasses are new. You got your little paper napkin there. All right, so now let's see how everything rolls and flows. All right. Okay, so we got a little motion in there. Here's the other thing too. However I bring these in, and you'll see, I can rearrange them. I can kind of resize them so that it gets better attention, or that it's not on my model's face, or whatever I want to show. Okay. And I can actually grab all of these together, move them over to the right a little bit. Boom, boom. Y'all excuse me. I'm still getting over my little cold or sickness, whatever I had to have me hacking and choking on y'all in the beginning of the week and last week, y'all. Your girl was about to be out for the count, but I still showed up. There we go. All right, so I'm just moving that out of the way. Now let's take a little look at our project. And like I said, I don't expect y'all to be doing this tonight. As a matter of fact, I want y'all to sit back, relax, ask some questions about maybe some of the things that you want to learn to do in the future. If you want to learn how to do this as a class, um, let me know, because right now I'm just doing a little demo. All right, here, let's see, my transition was line white. Excuse me, y'all. Good Lord have mercy. Let's add a transition here, and we can try the line white, but let's also see what match and move does. Let's play and see what match and move does. Oh, play up here, I meant. Yeah, match and move isn't the one that I want to use for this one. Let's try line white. Oh, I know I use line white because I did not smoothly make my video flow from one tile to the next, or one slide to the next. That's easier to do in CapCut, to have like a background movie that keeps looping and playing, and then your products fall on top of it, even one at a time. That is not as easy to achieve inside of Canva. So I just don't want you all getting something and spending 3 weeks learning how to edit a video. I want you to be able to get this thing tonight if I give it to you tonight and make it shake. Okay. Is that okay? Is that all right that I'm giving you something you don't have to study? You can literally just plug and play. All right. Only Jennifer wants this. Jennifer says yes. All right. I guess it ain't all right with the rest of y'all there. So I don't know. I might just give it to Jennifer then. All right. Andy said okay. All right. Okay. Look, I need y'all to talk back to me. All right. So flow, we can try flow. Let's try flow. And then also we can increase the duration too. Let's try flow. I got a YouTube suggestion to try flow. It's because I can increase the time here, but literally it's just because let me put it to you like this. If this was CapCut, I would have different levels and I could put my video as like a base level. In this program, I have to put everything on one slide if I want it to be simple. And there are some ways where you can cheat and make it have different levels. But like I said, I'm not interested in making anything terribly difficult for you all. So yeah, let me use, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do line white and increase the time just a little bit here. All right, so once I have that, I'm just gonna apply it between all pages because I ain't got time. Right, you see how I put it between all the pages? I just want this to be a simple resource. I already told y'all, I'm not a videographer, photographer, editor, none of that stuff. I'm a graphic designer that can do almost anything, but shouldn't do a lot of things that I that I know how to do and focus in my mode of genius. However, when I want to get something out and I just don't want it to be a static image, this is a very easy tool to use. All right, now here's the special part. This is pretty much a done video. If I wanted to be able to say something, add some voiceover to it, I could go to ChatGPT and tell me what the voiceover should say so I can say that. Like these are additional things we can do. But I'm here to show y'all the design this week, right? Let me show you something else. Well, let's see if I'm gonna show you something else. All right, I'm coming over here to my Photoshop file. I'm done with this image here. I'm gonna save it. Excuse me again, y'all. All right, so I'm done with this one. I got it packaged up. And I'm just gonna save it. And here, so this is how I want to work the Automizer, and I'm having you all test it. Those of you who have the 304 Automizer. And I'm going to show you how that works too. But I'm going to go ahead and just buckle that up, create a little zip file for it. Just so I have that saved. And meanwhile, I want to show you all what the Automizer is and what it does. I'm not going to completely run it because it will take some runtime, especially with me being on live. And I'll tell you what, I'll show you the one that we did yesterday. It only has 9 products on it. So remember yesterday we did this red to green Automizer. Let me open it up and show you. So remember we had all of these products in red and then we turned them into green. So I am just going to show you where we started. Okay. So we started with this red one, right? And then yesterday in class, I had you all go through and just update these elements here based on the 304 template that we flipped. So we took the 304 template. The template itself makes what I call magic assets. So let me kind of summarize what we did this week, because I got to give y'all credit. Y'all don't know this, but you all did a lot this week. Okay, a lot. Right. So basically, what you all did, you took 304 class, which was the class that we did at the beginning of March for the last challenge. Okay. And then these specific template, and I might as well I'll open the template for y'all. So just as a little reminder. So we took this template. I'm going to go ahead and let it open it up. Jennifer says water and lemon at this point, Doc. Okay. Got you. I have some lime. Is lime okay? I have some key lime, Jennifer. Can I use key lime? Because I got this water, y'all. It was at one point in time, every time I drink water, it would be worse. Like it would almost strip my throat. It was crazy. I thought I was gonna die because my throat was like irritated, and I would drink water to kind of soothe my throat, and I would cough even harder to the point I started crying, y'all, because I was like, this is disrupting my work. That's the only time I really cry these days when I can't work. I know I'm a big baby. I'm spoiled. But when I can't work, I don't like that. I love my work. I don't like that I can't work. So I was crying that I had to sit my behind down somewhere. And yeah, it was room temp water. Honey did help a little bit, but then the honey had like a little sugar in it, and that was irritating. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was miserable, I don't know what that was, but this is why I stayed at home. I worked with my t-shirt and bikie shorts on. Now y'all thought I was gonna say something else, but my t-shirt and my bikie shorts. So I ain't got to deal with the sickies in the world. I can stay cool. But anyways, y'all, I had to go out, and that's what happened. The people got me sick, but they couldn't keep me away from y'all. I was still on here hacking in y'all ear and everything. All right. So what we did here is we flipped this template. I gave y'all the assets to flip the template. And if you recall, the assets look a little something like this. Right? So we had like a background, foreground, all that stuff we changed out. That was the result. And one thing I want y'all to know, when y'all flip this design, it automatically gives you these assets here. So now you see how we're building. On Monday, we did Canva. I showed you how to do a Canva design. Just like this, I gave you a 304 Canva design. Then on Tuesday, we used some AI to create some images that we can use for our project. Then Wednesday, we apply the Photoshop. Now, I want y'all to know that's what we do every single week. That's why I'm asking you all not to just join the challenge. I used to sell the challenge by itself. I took a pay cut on the challenge because I know y'all get excited about challenges, but what I want you to do is I want you to stick with me for 30 days. If you stick with me for 30 days, then you won't just get a 5-day challenge and I drop off the planet for half a year. You'll get a 5-day challenge, and then that next Tuesday, we're on AI again. That next Wednesday, we're on Photoshop again. So by the time you do a whole month of work, you will look back and you will say, I'm a bad one. And I'm talking about that's what you're going to say about yourself, not about me. Well, you probably going to say that about me too. But I want you all to know that you did this work this week. All right. So here's where we got our assets out of here. And then took our assets that came out of this folder, this design, plug those assets right here into our elements of our Automizer. You see how now the design files, the design master files flow into the Automizer, and then the Automizer is going to flow into your stages and be able to create these different collections and things. It just flows, it goes. All right. So this is what I wanted to show you all yesterday after you flip your design. Okay, so this is what we flipped the design to. This is what we started with. This is what we flipped the design to. And it automatically updated all of this stuff. As a matter of fact, many of you all already packaged this part. Now, here's the next step that I want you to see, that when you join the Automizer in action class, or you purchase the Automizer, the full version of the Automizer, this is what you're going to be able to do. From here, I'm going to create all the PNGs of each of these little images here, okay? So I'm going to tell it that I want to pick from my 304. We did it red to green, right? And I have some links inside of that folder. I'm going to select that folder, and then I want it to put all of that stuff in my whole PNG folder. Guess what it's going to do, y'all? It's going to create a PNG of each of my elements, a PNG of each of my mockups, and a PNG of each of my printable files. And if you don't believe me, just watch this. This is what I say. I make tools for y'all because I didn't have these tools when I was designing. I didn't know that I needed these tools. But I myself am wondering, why wasn't I doing this back in the day? Why wasn't I creating these resources for me? And it's because I was so inundated. You know the expression, you can't see the forest for the trees? I was so inundated with customers and people in my face, and I would stay up to the shop till 2 o'clock in the morning just to get some work done. And guess what they would do? Come tapping on my glass at 2 o'clock in the morning. Girl, what you still doing up? What you still doing at my shop at 2 o'clock in the morning? So I wouldn't have the ability to think and to innovate and to create certain type of tools. So now that my primary job is to create digital work and to show you all how to make things easier, I am literally able to create tools that never existed before. So thank you all for showing me that I could help you and showing me that you all needed me, because it made me, like I said, put on that cape, get out of my shy girl era, get on this YouTube with bare feet in the kitchen, showing y'all how to do sublimation, Photoshop, whatever it is that y'all wanted to learn. Okay, so that afforded me the opportunity to do this full time from home, from my internet, from where I don't have to get sick around no folks. In the comfort of my own home, in my t-shirt and biking shorts. This is what I get to create for you all. All right, so see how it is making all of these PNGs. So it's making my mock-up PNGs now. You see that? And it's going. And then after it makes my mock-up PNGs, it should start to make my printables. There we go. There's my printable for my keychain. There's my printable for my chip bag. You see that? My printable for my 13 by 19 shirt is about to pop up. My printable for my stole. And I need to stop clicking on stuff because I get a little anxious. I'll be over here checking on my files, making sure they're working. So y'all get to see it's working, it's working, it's working. So this is what I want to show you. I gave you a mini Automizer yesterday as part of the challenge. You have to create all of these PNGs manually if you don't have the full Automizer, because it comes with the action file. If you already have the action, then you know how to apply this and you know how to do this, okay? If you don't have the Automizer yet and you are truly like, okay, Shannon, I'm done just watching this thing work. I've been hearing about this Automizer for some time now, and I want to put it to work, then make sure that you join that class that's coming up on the 13th, and then you will get the Automizer early. You'll go ahead and get it now so that you can play with it. You can mess it up. You can mess with it as long as you keep that ability to download it again. You can always download a fresh one, okay? So you can watch the videos, see if you can follow the videos and do it yourself. But I will tell you, it is easier. Just like it's easier to learn Photoshop when you come into the live class in the Zoom room, it is easier to learn the Automizer when you come into the live class in the Zoom room. That's what I'm able to look at your computer and tell you, oh, girl, you got 20 gigabytes of space on there. Photoshop don't like that. I get down and dirty into your computer, make sure it works with you, and make sure that you're able to flip a design and automize your products just like I'm doing right here in real time on your computer. All right. And we only have limited seats because this is a very hands-on class. Even though it's on the computer, it's very hands-on. And I want to make sure that you all succeed through implementing the Automizer and that you feel confident flipping it to your next client's design. All right. So just to show y'all here, once it creates all of this stuff, that's my printable for my all over shirt. My printable for my clack fan is there. And see how it puts all the pieces in place. All of my pictures are where the red images were for the young lady. Now I have the green gentleman. Okay. It does that for me. All right. So now I'm going to take all of these little pieces here and I am going, well, let me make a little folder here. So this was the green grad class here. Right, so that was my 304 Auto Grad Green class. And I'll take these pieces because I did update the design and I'm going to put it inside of that folder. And I'm going to go ahead, it made 63 files for me. I'm going to go ahead and replace the files there so that I have that project updated. And the thing about it is, if they come back and say, hey, can I get another t-shirt? My printable t-shirt design is here, right? If they say, hey, could you do maybe like 4 more of those buttons? My button design is here ready to go. I don't have to redesign it or save huge files over and over and over again just because I'm scared that somebody wants that design again. That's another major problem when you start designing, having space to save all of those different projects. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now, I showed you how that automation part works. Let me close out of here. So this is what I wanted to test out tonight. And unfortunately, I'm testing it live. So y'all cross your fingers and hope and pray that your girl knows what she's doing tonight. All right, I'm going to take the pieces from our green grad atomizer. I just want the product images, y'all. So I just isolated only product images. Okay, so I'm going to take those. And then I'm going to copy. And I made this a special certain type of file. So we're going to see if it works. All right, I'm going to right click and I'm going to reveal in the Explorer. Now notice I have a little folder for this stuff. I'm going to Control V. It's the paste. It says, do you want to replace these 86 files? I'm going to say yes. Replace the files in this destination. All right, now notice my large format images are not replacing because the large format images are done in a different template. That was the class that we did. We took the 304 template and we turned it into, for the 304 challenge, we turned that into several large format products. Okay, so that's where these come from. And if you missed that challenge, I gave it to you all for free, even if you just joined me. Because I wanted you to, that was the part 1. We did the large format stuff. Part 2 was we're doing the small format stuff. So if you go back and look, you should have the 304 challenge. This is the 307 challenge. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do something here. I'm going to click on my Photoshop. And maybe, just maybe these things turn green. I don't know. I'm hoping and I'm praying, but I don't know if it's going to happen yet. Because like I said, I just made this up just now. It's been in my head for about 3 months. And I wanted to get it out of my head and into one of these challenges. So when I told you I was working on something, that's what I meant. Let me go ahead and let this do what it needs to do on the Photoshop side. I'm going to go check on my little video because hopefully this does what I need to do because I had it open. Ooh, y'all look at that. Do y'all see that? Did you see it or did you see it? Did you see it or did you see it? Those products changed. Now, some of the products I did not previously have inside of this one, so it may not have brought everything over. However, let me see here. I'm going to change out a few things here. So this is me literally working on this in progress. I have a few things that didn't change over. Let me see why. Is it, oh, maybe I didn't have them in my original design here. So let me see what I can do. Let me go back to my Automizer all, hold P and G. I'm going to go to my green and I'm just going to take everything here. Boom, get rid of that. Let's copy and let's see if there's some more stuff that that I included in this one. Okay, let's see if my air freshener, oh, that's what it was. I didn't intend on doing all of these for graduation. So I'm gonna see if that replaces it. And if so, I have a new tool for y'all. Boom, there it is. Hey, that's it right there, y'all. Y'all see that? You see this. Craft to Quit, are y'all excited to have this as a resource? Let, let me show you something else. Okay. All right, so cool. So but if I want to, I can put like a generic kind of image in the background there, but the reason I don't have an image in the background there is because I actually wanted to just be able to bring this straight up into Canva. But let me go ahead and create a little background on here for y'all using this one, just so that you have something there. I am going to come on in here. Like, this is literally a working part. Y'all get to see me working on this in real time. All right, let's duplicate that layer. Go ahead and pop that onto whatever this bitmap layer is. It is JPEG, so y'all already know how JPEG works. I gotta flatten it. All right. And it's probably gonna squish it. So let me see how this is gonna work out. So if it's a JPEG, remember we flatten it. If it's a PNG, what do? What do we do, Craft to Quit? What we do? Merge it. Okay, y'all been listening. So let me show you what happens when I merge it. As long as it had a background, it still would have a background. Let me go back. The only way you ensure that a JPEG is always going to have a background is to right click and flatten the image. If it never had a background before, it will all flatten to the word background and it will have a lock on it. That is what is required for it to be a JPEG. All right, so I'm just saving that. And then let me close out of this. And I don't really like that as my background, but I'm just going to let it be because that's not what I'm focused on right now. Like I said, I'm playing with this as a resource for you all. I just want you to see that it works. Now, remember what I said about the large format products. Those are ones that you're going to have to manually change out. For right now, when I figure out how to make the Automizer work for the large format products, I will work on that. But for most of you, your computer resources are not going to be able to handle it. So I didn't want to push that, okay? All right, so for this one, this is kind of showing off. And I did do this one as a design resource for you all. Let me see if I can find it real quick. This was downloads. This was 304. Event design. Yeah, we have fun with it. We have had fun with this project. Okay, let me ask you this, Craft to Quit. Because the way that we used to do our classes is that Each class, every single class we did was just a different template, like just a different t-shirt template. I have since created a project for the month so that we start with one template and we apply that template to different products and projects until you get an understanding of, oh, I can use that one template to make a three-piece focal point. I can use that one template to make that scoreboard or that floor wrap or those party favor trees. Is that something that you all are appreciating about this process now? So we're not just skipping from design to design every week. We're actually learning application because I need to know that that's working for y'all. Okay, love it. Okay, okay, okay. All right, so that makes me feel so much happier about how we're doing this right now. Okay, let me see. All right, so this is my green event design. And remember, we did all of these little products here, and I even showed you all how to make these large format. Let me just real quick grab this set. So I got my 305 focal wall plus this one. We can add our little books over here. What do I have in this focal? I have a banner backdrop. So for this one, I might do the focal wall plus the books. So I'll do the three-piece focal. And let's add the books. All right, so I'm going to call this one 48 by 96. This will be the standing books. Now, remember I told y'all I was going to give you all anything that I worked on tonight, as long as you're in the challenge in the Zoom room. Now, on the Facebook, on the YouTube side, y'all, I'm giving y'all PNGs. I'm giving you all some AI artwork. I'm giving you all some things that you can use to showcase and tell people that you can design just like this. However, for the editable templates, you must be in the Zoom room, okay? So that you can get these editable files and you can get this real live help, and you can get these replays if you happen to miss this week, okay? All right, and then this one, I don't think I made this one into, did I make this one into a resource? All right, so for right now, that one's just gonna stay just a little quick resource. There we go. And then I'm gonna take these books here, put them over here. And we'll take 1, 2, and then I want to do the floor wrap, and I'll leave the balloons back there. Balloons and floor wrap. I'm going to pull these up here, and y'all, all of this stuff is editable except for the small format stuff, because I don't mock up the small format stuff individually. I mock up all the small format stuff in the Automizer, and then I just replace them on here. Okay, so I'm going to take all of this and group it. And I'm going to grab my standing books, put them in there. And I grabbed the wrong balloons. I want these balloons. Oh, I already have the balloons in the focal, so that's good. He's gonna let me take a sip of my water if I get in trouble, because Craft to quit. Telling me I need to be drinking my room temp water. I got it right here. All right. I'm gonna turn off this banner in the background now. Let my little balloon show through. And I think I have everything that I need to make this work. Got my focal there. Bring that on up. So that's going to go behind my books. And I'm going to call this, got my standing books there. My stack books need to be in here. And I'm doing all of this and I'm talking y'all through it because this is how I create like my little sections. So I also call them moments. So this would be like the true focal moment, but these are also focal moments. You might have an area where you have your accordion wall and your cubes. You may have an area where you have an archway, entryway. Those are also moments. You may have a table that has like the cake and the party favors, and maybe that's where you're using your scoreboard. That's also a moment or a focal point. So this is how I charge too for design. I'm designing based on number one, how many focal points I'm designing, and number two, how many pieces or boards or sections is there to that. So for instance, when I'm designing this large format design here, I'm charging $250 just for design, not to make it, not to put it together, not to send it to the printer, none of that. I just charge for the design files, and that's what I deliver for this one. Now, you all have a template for this, so it took me hours to make this design. Let's be clear, it took me hours to make this design. So I probably am not charging enough by charging $250. Okay, my price is going up too when I start recognizing my value. Right. So, but how I came up with that is I usually charge $150 to do a single board because I'm just not going to open up my laptop and design anything for less than $150. That's just me. I've earned that now. I have earned that. So basically, I added 450. I said, okay, well, the side panels are probably going to be a little bit of a reflection of each side. So I'll do 250. All right. But this design alone was 250. If I were to add a floor wrap, it would be at least another $100 because I'm using the same elements. I'm just kind of rearranging them to make sense to flow with the project. So I'm charging more too because it takes time for your computer to process these large format designs. Now, I have already given you the templates for this stuff so that it will work on your computers. You don't have to worry about sizing it funny on Canva. It is what it is. I've shown you the tips and tricks to designing all this large format stuff on your computer. That was our challenge number 304. Okay. I'm just showing y'all how it all fits together now. All right. So this group here, I'm going to call that my main focal. And this is how I mock stuff up too for people. Like, I don't know what the room looks like. Most of the time, they ain't giving me measurements. When I tell you, y'all think party planners have it all together. They are creatives too, and they don't be having stuff together. And it makes you have to scrap and scrape and pull things together, imagine things, and then have to redo work because if they didn't have the measurements and they didn't necessarily get you what you needed in time, now you have to rework stuff because it wasn't there when you needed it. So I at least like to have some kind of preliminary idea of the moments. Oh, there's a wall over here that's about 20 feet long. And, then there's a space over here by the bathroom we want to cover up because it looks crazy over there. We want to at least add some decor. Or the floor is messed up in this area. So, let's create something that looks pretty for this floor over here. Those are the conversations that you have with the planners. They usually will take pictures and video for you, and then you have to come up with the magic. Those planners don't give you what they want you to design. They don't. They just like your customers wanting a t-shirt. They think they have an idea of what they want, but they don't. So when you come to them and you have, let's say, for instance, this particular template, and this is all you did for graduation parties, and you just say, hey, this is my special template. If I design from this template, these are my prices. If I have to design something from scratch, then we're looking at it $250 per board. And then everything, oh yeah, let me get that package you got right there. I'm telling you, that's how people will do because they like it if they saw it. It's just that everybody want to be different until it's time to pay a different price. Because they, oh no, I don't want it. I don't want, but I want to be different. Okay, great. Different. Absolutely, we could do that. This accordion wall is 4 panels. 4 panels at $200 a piece. I'll do it for instead of $250 a panel. I'll do it for $200 a panel. So that's going to be an $800 design fee for this accordion wall. Is that okay with you? That doesn't include the printing or the production. That's just a design fee. If we go with the template that I have right here, I can cut that down to $200. $200 it is. And that's still more than you was charging for your $20 t-shirt. And it's still a 10-minute template. How many of you all would rather make $200 designing something in 10 minutes than $20? Because a lot of y'all ain't even charging your $20 design fee for your t-shirts. Y'all hear me? Huh? Okay, I'm just checking to see if that's what you want. That's what I'm presenting to you. That's why when people message me now, customer happiness to let you know, people in my inbox from 10 years ago, hey, can you make this t-shirt for graduation? And I just, oh, I love my people and I love designing, but am I going to design anything else for $20 ever again? No. Negative. I've earned the right to charge what I charge. And I earned the right to turn down jobs that I don't want to do. And you all are in that position too. You're earning that right. Okay. So in the beginning, I want to make these tools easy for y'all. All right. So what was I doing? I was creating, I want to do this main focal here. And then I'm just going to quick export as PNG. So it'll be a quick little, and I'm going to put this in my green grad assets, not the auto class, but my actual main file. And I'm just going to put it here as main focal. All right, so that's my main focal. So now I can take this one here. And let me go ahead and refresh that. And I'm just going to type in. I got a lot of images this Automizer done made for me. So I want to go ahead and just type in focal, grab it, put it in here. All right, let's get rid of that one. All right, so now I have that new focal image there. I also happen to have a cube right here. Single, oh, what am I doing? Yeah. And this is like my single cubes. I have a cube times 1, cube times 2, times 3, etc. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to take those images. This is my cube times 3. I'm going to go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to take my cubes times 1, times 2, times 3, times 4, and just quick export those. Remember I told y'all these are actually editable files. They're not just a mock-up. That's why I told y'all, if I can show you, but I can show you better than I can tell you, you don't really want to master Canva when it comes to your large format graphics or your big projects. You want to master Photoshop because then you can use tools like this. All right, I'm gonna drop those right here. Excuse me, y'all, for coughing in your face again. I did use my elbow to cover up. Y'all won't get sick. All right, so closing that one up, I got my cubes. And then what else I need? Cubes. I need that accordion wall. Let me come on over here to my accordion wall. And I showed y'all the Monday of the 304 challenge, which is at the beginning of March. I showed you all how to make this accordion wall in Canva. Gave y'all a template to make this accordion wall in Canva. And Canva. However, that is not what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to watch this and be confident that you can do this as well. All right, because this is not only my mock-up, this is my design file. All right, so I do have an accordion wall there. Cool, cool. I already got accordion wall saved and I got my art saved, so I'm good. So we're going to see how you all come through. I'm going to check out the Facebook group, see how you all came through with your homework this week. And like I said, I'm supposed to be selling this file as a big file by itself because all of these things are editable, except for, of course, for the small Automizer images, including that table runner there. I might go ahead and give y'all this for the free 99. And the Craft to Quit now, only Craft to Quit is going to get this. I might go ahead and make that happen, Kevin. We're gonna see. All right, so my accordion wall ends up right here. Let me replace it. Let's see. Let me just go ahead and go back to my Automizer all folder, my whole PNG. And I'm telling you, even the way I organize files, I teach y'all that as you're going along, because I need you to understand even systems when it comes to how you design, how your workflow goes. All right, so that's my accordion wall. Drag that in. Make it as big as I can here. Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. This is just my mock-up file. Now I'll probably clean this up for you all because I don't even want to do this. You see I'm resizing it right now? When I make this part of the Automizer, you're not gonna have to resize this. Exactly how it produces is how you're gonna drop it in. All right, so now I can save that. Cool. Get my little cubes. Now my cubes, I should be able to update my cubes now. Oh, I know what it is. They're not saved as the same thing. So let me just go ahead and change those out real quick. All right, we're almost getting to Freebie Friday time, y'all. We're almost getting to 9 o'clock. Let me take that out. And I have cubes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let me just put in the word cube. All right, so that's my 3 cube. Boom, just like that. Like I said, I'm gonna fix this, and I'm not even gonna have y'all manually doing this part. As long as you have that template set up, y'all are gonna be able to flow through this by just simply dropping the files in that folder. I'm not playing with y'all. I know what you need. But I'm testing the system out tonight, y'all. So you all get the benefit of being, instead of saying guinea pigs, let's just say you have the prototype. You all get to help me prototype. That sounds better, right? But we are in the lab. So look, in the lab, we got to do some testing. All right. So I'm literally testing this out because this has never existed before. And I want to make sure that AI over here stands for always innovating. Now that one is a little tiny. Let me see. This might be my full size one. I may need to bring that one down in size. This one's going to be big for no reason. All right. Taking my little notes here, and on my notes, I am going to resize. So right now, for my new file, I want to be able to drop in the cubes and drop in the main focal and also drop in the arch. When I make that happen, then this will save all the time that I'm talking right now. You won't have no talking here. You won't have no motion here. It will all be automated. Okay. That is that. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and just make sure I save this. Okay. Then I am going to export artboard to files. And then this is not going to be my stages red anymore. This is going to be my stages green. And let me put this in a different folder. So this is now going to go into my green folder here. All right, so I'm going to make a folder called Stages. Drop that on in there and run it. Okay, so while that is running, I am going to go ahead and prep my Canva file. Yeah, you see, it's doing the work for me. Now, here's the thing, when it is doing the work for me, no, I cannot actually work inside of Photoshop, but I'm also not manually making all of these different products, all of these different things. So automation is a beautiful thing. I don't want y'all to be afraid of it. My goal is to make it easy and accessible. Now, while it's doing that, I'm coming over to Canva. And I could literally just keep, is it done already? Photoshop? Okay, it's still working. I was about to say, you showing out now. Going back to Canva. So what I would do is I would do this for all of my red pages. So I'm going to just go ahead and get a fresh new page. So I can break that up because I can go back to this green one now. I mean, the red one and completely put all of the other stages on there and do the exact same steps. But I don't want to keep showing y'all the repetition. I want to show you what this is going to do now. Let me go into my little video. See if I just need to shut this thing down because I got something. I'm not mad at it, but I definitely wanted something better. Let me see if this is better. You raggedy. I said camera is static and it's zoomed. Well, it's zoomed in. So the camera was static, but it's zoomed in. Now, this will be okay, but for me, that's not worth it. I can make it do this in Canva. I can take a static image and make it zoom in Canva. That doesn't impress me. So I'm going to stick with the motion one that we have, and I'm going to cut this out because this thing is tripping, using up my credits and showing out misbehaving on my live. I don't appreciate it. But it did give us a little something to work with here, so I'm going to let that do what it does. Now, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and let me see if my Photoshop is ready now. It's still making. So what it's doing is making 18 of these boards that have my products on them. Okay. And it looks like it's on number 18 now. So it should be wrapping up. I don't know if it went in order. Okay. It says our order files were successful. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this now. And let me save this because I did a little work on this. And I want to give y'all this file. I want to give y'all this editable file here. I think I got a lot of folders open. There we go. Now let's go ahead and I'm just going to kind of close out some tabs. Hopefully I know how to get back to the ones that I need. All right, so I'm going to go to my Automizer All folder. And for this one, I have my 304. And let me refresh here, see which one I was working with. Green finish, that was the one. All right, so I have my stages here. Gave me each stage. Y'all check this out. I wasn't supposed to show y'all this yet because this is actually something I've been working on mentally and playing with for a long time. But I figured this was a special day and we're going to wrap it up because you all have done so amazing. Y'all did an Automizer on a 1 hour class, just to let y'all know. That is not how it typically works. All right, so what I'm going to do is drag things over here from my stages folder, place them over here in my projects. You could also place them in uploads and they will automatically go to projects. Now I have 18 pages. So what I'm going to do, go to these two, duplicate those 2 pages. That gives me 4. Duplicate those. Not add a page. You're messing up my math. All right, take those 4 pages, duplicate those, and it gives me 8. I'll go ahead and do all 18. Why not? So y'all have a template. All right, so I think I just need 2 more. Okay, now let me see. I kind of made a new variable here because I put that background in there. I wanted to test and see if the background is still a frame, or I think it's still a frame. We're going to check it. Now I can see the titles when I hover over them, so I'm going to put them in order just for my sanity. So I'm waiting for all of them to upload. All right, all right, all right. Now I'm going to come over to my first slide here. And because I want these to be numbered in order, where is my little bar? There it goes. I'm going to take all of these white and I want to drag them to the front. So that way my 1 coordinates with my 1. All right. So if I hover over it, this is 1. Boom. Okay. Let me test something here. I want to test if I So this one takes off my little replacing of my background. So I may go back and change that. We'll see. All right, so I'm going to go in order here. 1 I got. Which one is that one? This is 2. So I'm going to go to slide 2. And drop it like it's hot. Go to slide 3. All right. And then what I'm going to do here, like I said, I don't want to bore you all with doing the same steps over and over again. But what I'll do is go ahead and go to this one here. Remember, we can right click, copy the style. And then the animation and the drop shadow, everything that I have as a style on that one is going to transfer to this product. Copy style, paste. Copy style, paste. Copy style, paste. Now, I don't know if I can paste the style to multiple products. I believe I've tried that and it didn't work. So if you all know how to paste the style to several different products, that would save me this little click time. Okay, but before I didn't even know there was a copy style feature. So I was just redoing the styles and remembering, oh, it has this much drop shadow, it has this kind of animation. So now you don't even have to do that. And there is a shortcut, and I do love a good shortcut. So copy style is Control-Alt-C. The only reason why I'm doing it like this so that it's repetition for you. I like to use my shortcuts on my keyboard. So that would be Control-Alt-C to copy the style. And let's see if I copy the style. I guess you just do Control V to paste the style because it didn't give me a different option to paste the style. All right, so let's see how this is looking so far. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it automatically updated those products from the red to the green. Now, I have another way you can do that. I mean, look, watch this. I could also take this one, duplicate the page. Let me go ahead and make this one visible. I'm going to unhide that page. Now, what I could do is I could also go to my Automizer here. I'm going to show you. Look, I'll show you a different way. You can do this with the free files I'm about to give you. Let's see here. Let's go to my whole PNG. Let me choose one that has less products on it because, hey, I didn't want to have to change out a bunch of products. Now that I have the Automizer doing it, I am spoiled. Let's see here. Let's see if I can just grab the little products that I need. So from the green, because I have 100 products and I don't want to drop all 100 products in there. So let's see what we have here. Not the PNG, the video, product images. I'm looking for the chip bag. So I'm just going to type in the word chip, drag it over here. And it should go to my uploads. All right. And then I have a cupcake. Boom. I'm going to drag that over. I have a water bottle. So this is how lazy I'm being. The Automizer has literally made 100 products for me. And I don't want to switch out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 manually. But listen, I'll do it for y'all just to show you how to do it in Canva. I'm telling y'all, you want to learn Photoshop. I promise you want to learn Photoshop. I'm going to get the Hershey bar. Oops, I didn't mean to put that on there. I meant to drag it over here. It's already over there. All right, what else am I missing? The Capri Sun. Y'all see how long this is taking me to do just to do this one slide? But I'm going to show you. Y'all asked me to show y'all Canva, and I promise you, I'm going to show you where I use Canva personally, and then I'm going to show you where I think Photoshop would blow Canva out of the water. And there's some things Canva do much better, like the little easy animations. Photoshop does animations too. I don't know if y'all know that, but I ain't trying to learn Photoshop animations just yet. When I do, I'll let y'all know. All right, so I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have all the products. I'm missing something. What am I missing, y'all? Rice Krispie. Okay, maybe it's the Rice Krispie. All right, so now what I can do is I can take my Hershey bar, drop it into the Hershey bar. I can take my chip bag, drop it into the chip bag. Take my water bottle, drop it into the water bottle. But you know what? It ain't quite going to work that way because I have it trimmed. So then I got to move it to where it fits inside my trim. All right. Like I said, my Automizer, it automizes. All right, there we go. And automize is not a real word. Well, it is a real word. It's a real word now. We made it a real word. So I just don't want y'all out there in these streets, in somebody's professor's the classroom and stuff and fighting with them, talking about automize. Matter of fact, yeah, fight with them. Tell them automizer is a word. Tell them Dr. Shannon told you she got her PhD in engineering, so that allows her to make up some words, just like it allows her to make up some files for you. All right, and then this one now, because it wasn't trimmed, looks a little small. Okay. Do you see how I did that? I did that for y'all. All right. So now I'm going to come over here and grab this video. I'm going to copy it, paste it here, go to my position, drag it to the bottom. And now I'm going to lock this one and then get rid of the red one. But I can't get rid of it until I unlock it. Well, looky there. Okay, so if I just play this one, not shared it yet. All right, I didn't want you to play from the beginning, sir, but let me go ahead and let's hide those pages. Because I'll go in and I'll go ahead and put in the rest of those little pages for y'all. And then what I'll do here is go ahead and Control V, put my little video here. Does it look familiar now? So I'm over here spoiling Craft to Quit right now. That means I need y'all to be showing out. Do y'all hear me? If y'all got these tools, I need y'all not only to be showing out, I need you to tell your creative buddies where to come to learn this stuff. Because you ain't got time to teach them. You growing your business. Stop giving these folks your time and your attention for free. You paying for it. Aren't you paying to be in the Zoom room right now? Stop giving them your life for free. I learned that a long time ago. Now, here's the thing. I'm giving YouTube value for free, right? but it's not costing me anything more because I'm already doing this for my paid clients. And I'm allowing other people to see for free what my skill level is and how I can help them. Do y'all see where this goes? So I'm not losing anything by doing this for free. I am gaining new potential clients by allowing them to see the systems and the tools and my way of teaching that will give them confidence that I'm the person that they want to learn from. Right? So I need y'all to understand how I'm selling. What free really means. Free is not free. Freebie Friday means that you have to pay with your attention. So for all those on the Freebie Friday side, on the YouTube side, thank you for paying me with your attention. I appreciate it and I truly value it. I'm not going to give y'all nothing cheap just because you're here for free. As a matter of fact, all of the mock-ups that I have here, if you comment the word Friday underneath the last Facebook post or Instagram post, you're going to get all of these mock-up files for free. Well, not really free. You paid with your attention. You earned it. Okay. So you're going to get all of those mock-up files. And maybe, just maybe, I'll drop one little slide. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. We only have 42 people on the live. If y'all get me 100 people on this live before I close out, that means you have to share it. You got to tell some people about it. You got to help me help you. If we get 100 people on this live, I will give you one of these slides for the free 99 with a little animation and stuff. I give you two of them so that you have a little transition in there. Okay. So I can't give you the whole thing because this whole thing is what Craft to Quit is getting, and that is included in their membership. But I will give you a little something to shake so that you can make you a video today. All right. But that's if y'all get 100 people in the room. I'm not even going to look over there. Look, if y'all want it, you'll find a way to get 100 people in the room. Okay. All right. So now let me take a little look. Let me do a little play. Do. He's walking. The products are rolling in. Yeah. Okay. Do I have any transitions? I don't think I have any transitions yet. So if I want to transition, I can just add one here, or I can go to the transition I previously did and just hit apply between all pages. Then I keep the same old transition all the way through. All right, let's play it and see what we got. All right, so like I said, I would play with a little bit different transition, the timing and all of that stuff, even clipping it. So I could clip it mid-step so that it looks like he's continuing to step in the same place. But y'all, that involves timing and all of that stuff. And I don't want to stress y'all out trying to do the same thing. You all are obviously impressed with this little video that didn't take much time to make. Your clients will be too, okay? Don't put too much pressure on yourself. And there we go. All right. So, like I said, I will go ahead and fill out the rest of these pages here. So for our green grad, we're going to have all of the 18 pages and products. I don't even want to see that one. I'm going to delete that one because that one took me too long to do, but it's the same principle. Now I just get to go to page number 4, go to my projects, look for my 4th stage. So for those of you who have the 304 Automizer and y'all were like, what the heck, Shannon? Ain't no more stages. The reason why is because it was making the file so large that some of your computers could not handle it. So I made a simpler version of the Automizer where all you have to do is throw on the grill all of the products that you want to create on one artboard, on one stage. You produce all of those graphics. That's what I did here. Okay. Whenever we did this class file, okay? So I produced all of the products on this particular board. So if I wanted to put 30 products on this board, it would have made 30 images instead of 9. I gave y'all 9 for free because I wanted you to see how it really works. I wanted you to know, I know the Automizer looks very intimidating, but it's smart so that we don't have to be smart. We can be genius. Genius is when you apply intelligence. That's what I say. Okay. We can be smart, but being a genius is when you have applied the smarts. You have applied the ingenuity, right? Because now we're genius level. We ain't smart no more. But smart. Smart was 5 years ago. We're genius level now. Okay. That's why I call it the genius atomizer. I just don't use the genius all the time because it sounds a little a little gloaty, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to know that it's a genius. Now, my templates are smart templates. Okay. Smart templates have smart objects, smart colors. The Automizer is genius. It works between files, it works with files, it works with your understanding of what you want to produce. And it helps you in so many ways cut down the time and the energy and the frustration of creating projects and packages. Okay. So, Pat, if you want to add a tumbler, you do that with the full Automizer. And what you do is you throw everything that you possibly want to put into your graduation packages, you put it on one stage. And then what you do is you push all of those products through your Automizer. You know how the Automizer will automatically make all your PNGs and everything. And then you take those PNGs and you have a separate stages section now. All right, so I will be showing you all that, but you have your separate stages. And what you do is you put what you want on each stage. And now these are simple PNGs that don't hold up your Automizer. You can process these things at different times. And this is going to make your life so much cleaner and easier now that you're able to do that, because now I can take these and directly input them into Canva and create this. Okay. Now I did want to show y'all one more thing before I leave tonight. I wanted to show you how to make a GIF because I said today is our marketing day, right? I want to show you how to cut down on your design time so you can focus on marketing and really impressing people with the cohesiveness of your designs and what you can create. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 1 through 3. Well, first thing I'm going to do is just create a little blank page. I'll put it in the beginning. I'm going to take this 1 through 3, alt click and drag, just like in Photoshop. When you alt click and drag, it makes a copy. Now for these 3, I want to make sure that I have no transition. I want no transition. And then I want no animation. So I'm going to click all of these here, go to where it says animate and clear animations. I want no animations for GIFs. GIFs cannot handle animation. They cannot handle any type of transitions. So you want to make sure it's all clear. Okay. Now the GIFs is what I use for my Shopify, and what I send in my emails. If I ever want to send a video in an email, I never send a video in an email. I put a GIF. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to animate and clear the animations. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hide all the rest of these pages. So my whole project just consists of this. Now, my guy is walking in the background. That is a video. GIFs do not like videos. So what you're going to need to do is make sure that you have a JPEG version of your design. And let me see if I got a JPEG. I'm sure I do. Why? Because everything is in my whole PNG folder for that particular project. So my green grad here. Oh, no, that was a class. I need my full version, my vault version of my green grad here. As a matter of fact, let me put the difference here. This is my vaults. VAULT. So when I say the vault, that means that it has all 100 plus, I believe it's somewhere near 120 products. If y'all remind me, I'll go to the Automizer and tell y'all how many products are in there because I hadn't checked yet. I just know it's over 100 and close to 120. All right, so let's see here. That's my vaults. And we want to check how many products it is. I'm going to start right here and go down. And I still don't know if this is all my products or if I isolated. Let's see. This is 115, so almost 120, 115. Okay. And by the next time I do an Automizer, probably will have more products. That's why I want to make the Automizer a little bit smaller file for you all so that your systems can afford to keep producing and keeping up with this amazing work you can do. All right, so what was I doing just now? Oh, looking for have my PNG to video. So I have a little PNG version of them right there in the city. So I got the city, I got the football field. All of this is AI, y'all. You know what? I'm gonna put the picture of him with his t-shirt on. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop it over here in my uploads. And then I'll take that image and I'll drop it into the video, and see it's no longer a video because it's just a JPEG. It's not a video anymore. So that I can take this one, copy it. That's the one thing I really don't want to do. Let me get this in place. Just keep moving stuff. But once I copy it here, I'm going to delete that. Copy it here, position, drag it to the back. Take this one, position, drag it to the back, get rid of the video. Because like I said, for a GIF, you just only want images. You want it to be as small as possible of a file. Paste, go to position, and drag this into the back, delete. All right, so now for my GIF, I want to change the timing. A GIF is really basically an image that moves. Okay, it's not really a movie. It kind of simulates a movie because the images move and it takes little snapshots along the way. I need the whole file. Whenever I send a GIF, I need the whole file to be less than 5 megabytes in order to use inside of my emails. I need it to be less than 5 megabytes so that it quickly is able to show up for my product page. Let me give you that example again so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said, I'd rather show you the why. You see how this one's moving right here? It's only 3 slides. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. But it catches your eye because it's moving, right? All right. So, and you see it's kind of low, it's kind of grainy, low resolution. This one even moves. Those are just photos. Boom, boom, boom. That's it. And sometimes I put a little animation in them, but the animations cost you sometimes. It makes your file bigger. All right. So I'm also showing you how I use these GIFs. All right. So these 3 here, I only need the seconds, the full seconds. And I have all 3 selected right here. I need the full seconds to be maybe 3 seconds. So each slide, let's make it 0.9 seconds. And I'm not going to apply it to all pages because it'll mess up my videos. I'm just going to apply it to these 3 pages. Hit enter. And now I'm going to take that. And let me just play it real quick. Make sure there's no animation here. I thought I saw something move though. Maybe it didn't. So I didn't see anything move. This should work as a GIF now. Okay. Now, of course, if I wanted to move anything, arrange anything, do that first. But for the most part, I have everything else hidden. So when I go share, download, I'm going to go to GIF, and it has no sound. That's why it's not an MP4. And I'm going to take it down to 648 pixels. And see how it says only pages 1 through 3? That's because I have all the other pages hidden, y'all. It's probably, I was going to say it's at least 100 pages here. It's 105 pages. All right. It's only going to grab these 3 because I have the rest of the pages hidden. So I'm also showing you my workflow of how I work inside of Canva. You know, it's kind of annoying because you have to know, oh, which pages is it? And you have to check them off and all of that. If you hide them, it will only select the pages that are not hidden. Okay. I don't need a transparent background because that might make the file bigger. I'm going to go ahead and download. And you'll get to see I use these for, like I said, my Shopify page here. The thumbnail right here, that's a GIF. And this one I have going at like 0.3 or 0.5 seconds so that it moves because I'm showing y'all the Automizer. So I'm showing y'all not even all the products of the Automizer. This is only about maybe 60 or 70 products that are in the Automizer, but I need to show it to you real quick. So you're like, it has a gift box. It has a t-shirt. It has a jersey in there. Whoa, it has a fan. Let me keep watching this. If it takes you that much concentration to see how many products this Automizer can make, it's going to get your interest. You're going to say to yourself, how long would it take me to design these things and mock them up one at a time? And the answer is it doesn't matter because you don't have to. It will take you hours. It will take you hours if you were to do 100 products, design them and mock them up. Okay, hours. I don't know how many hours. It would take hours, but you can get this all done in minutes. Okay, so even my Canva templates, do the little GIF dance, do the GIF dance. Maybe we'll make up a song. I don't know. I probably won't be the one to make the song or do the dance. Y'all don't want me doing that either, but I could definitely inspire. All right. So that's one way that you can use them. And also, this is what I use in my emails. It's You'll see that some emails get better delivery without photos, but I get more interest. People click on these pictures because like, oh shoot, wait a minute, what does that do? I don't even know what this 3-piece focal point is, but it looks cool. Let me click on it and see the class and buy this class. Oh, y'all, just to let you know, if you comment the word template under any of the last Instagram or the last Instagram post or Facebook post, that'll take you to this page. And I extended my birthday sale. I made the templates $10 because you all crashed the Shopify site on my birthday on April Fool's. I was like, look, I know you lying. On April Fool's at 11 o'clock at night when everybody was buying it, because I told you I was closing down at midnight. Y'all shut Shopify down. Shopify sites are known to not shut down. I don't know what happened to Shopify, but listen, you have an opportunity tonight, and hopefully we don't have a recurring event from April Fool's Day. But I just want to say thank y'all for celebrating my birthday with me. I love the fact that no matter what I have going on in life, and y'all, there's some craziness. There's some hurtful stuff. There's some dark stuff that your girl is dealing with. And all I ask y'all to do is just pray for me. All I ask y'all to do is just pray with me, because I know you feel like something is going on too. I know you feel this spiritual warfare. I know you feel this darkness looming upon you. I know you feel this fear that is trying to overpower your faith. But I'm here to tell you, I'm showing up just like you. I was sick. I'm dealing with some absolutely horrible situations with family right now. And some of you may know a little bit of backstory to why I'm here in the first place, but I promise you it's because of purpose and it's because of power. And I don't want you to think that your pain or your struggle is the end or the answer to where you're supposed to be or what you're supposed to feel. So if I can offer anything to you all, like I said, a lot of times we show up and we put on our cape when others need us. And thank you all for being that for me and allowing me to put on this cape, allowing me to show you all my superpowers and trusting in me, because this is the big one. Y'all trust me to help you hone your superpowers. So I wanted to extend my birthday special because you all made me feel very special on a day that was actually extremely upside down. Okay. And then I showed up hanging upside down, just like the superhero that we are. So thank you. I truly, truly love you, y'all. Even if you buy a little $1, a little $10, one template tonight, know that you are supporting not just me, but the family. You're supporting the tribe, and you're supporting this true creative endeavor that I want to see all of us not just have creative freedom, not just have financial freedom, but I want you to have your family freedom. I want you to be able to work from home and sit right beside your little one or your significant other or your mom or your auntie or whoever you're taking care of. And I want you to be able to do what you love, because you all have allowed me to do that. And I will not stop until the last person that is a member has surpassed me or doesn't need me anymore and needs me to retire my cape so I can sit down somewhere, because you all are ready to do the work. So until that day, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be in this academy. I'm going to be exploring, inventing, innovating, Don't care if I'm getting copied because it don't matter. They don't have my brain and they don't have my vision, y'all. It doesn't matter because we're a tribe and we are making this entire process from what we fear, what causes us pain, and what we're ready to get away from, what we're ready to accelerate from, and what we're ready to overcome. All right, y'all. I did not mean to get emotional tonight. I'm so glad my camera ain't on. Whew. All right, y'all. Let me get back to work. I was just letting y'all know all that because I was letting you know a $10 template is still on. That's how you know. I might not be the most efficient salesperson, but I'm darn sure efficient on this Photoshop. Okay. I could have just told y'all it was $10 templates and got on. Some of y'all like, yeah, you could have. I love y'all though, for real. I had to let y'all know. Whew. All right. So let's see. If you have questions about joining Craft to Quit, go ahead and comment the word platinum because that's our platinum program. Comment platinum under the last Facebook post or Instagram post, and then we'll get back to you on the customer happiness side. We'll send you the link so that you can become a platinum member. And just to let you all know what a platinum member gets, just as a reminder, it's $197 a month. But I do have a special deal for y'all. Anybody that joins, the deal ends. And I want to say tonight, but I'm going to let you all have it until tomorrow. Okay. Because I know we end up late and I'm going to go to sleep on y'all. Because I want to be like, it ends tonight. You must do it tonight or I cut it off. Listen, I'm going to say that, but then I'm going to end up going to sleep and I'm going to leave it on anyway. I do that all the time, but don't bank on that. Okay. I'm going to leave it open till tomorrow, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can join for $197 a month, or you can join for $797 for the entire year. Plus, when you comment the word platinum, I'm gonna send you this special link. It's called the $797 deal. I even had some of my OG triple OGs upgrade to this $797 deal because you will get all of your classes unlocked. I have over 200 Photoshop classes. So when you join the regular membership, you have a live class you get every week, and you also have a OG class that you unlock every single week. It's over 3 years worth of classes. So every single 7 days, you unlock one of those 3 years worth of classes. Plus, you get a new live class every single week. That's for AI and then also for Photoshop. Okay. So I unlocked all 200 plus Photoshop classes. I unlock all 70 AI classes. And I give you the Automizer, which is what I showed you tonight. But I showed you a small version of it. I give you the full version of the Automizer, which is $897. I give you all of those things and my split template. I don't know if y'all know what the split template is, but it takes your large format. Let's say, for instance, you want to do an all over shirt. It automatically splits it into 8.5-inch by 14-inch paper, 13 by 19-inch paper, 13-inch roll media, 8.5-inch roll media, or 24-inch roll media. Yeah, I invented that for you all too, because I had a dream I was going to have to teach y'all how to do tiling and math. And God said no. I promise y'all this is exactly what happened. I had a dream and figured out how to make that happen literally hours before a class. Just like I have a dream doing this stuff with the Automizer. As long as y'all keep coming to me with problems, I'm going to keep talking to God and coming up with solutions. Okay. So just letting y'all know that that deal is available. It ends tomorrow. I will cut it off tomorrow. Okay. That's because you're paying $797 for something that is worth at least $10,000 to unlock all of those classes, to unlock all of the AI classes, all of the Photoshop classes, which are normally $40 a piece. There, look. While I'm just sitting here talking, let's do a little math real quick. All right, so we're on class number 207. That means we have 210 Photoshop classes. We have 70 AI classes. That's 280 classes times $40 a piece. Some of you pay $40 for my templates every time you want one. That's $11,200 right there, just worth of templates. Okay, you get the Automizer, which is $897. Okay, that's $1,200 right there. You get the split template, which is $100. And you get the year membership, and you lock in the annual rate of the year membership of the Craft to Quit program. Now, the Craft to Quit program is $197 per month. And then if you do the annual rate, you'll see if you go to the regular price right now, you can do the annual rate is $19.97. Okay. So let me add $19.97. So today for $797, you're going to get 14,000 plus dollars worth of actionable stuff. Now, y'all, I'm not talking about somebody showing you how to do something that you could barely hear on the screen. They don't know how to talk to people. They don't know how to motivate people. They don't know how to teach people. You can barely understand from what they're clicking on. Now, this is tried and true how people have come into this academy knowing no Photoshop whatsoever and gain the confidence to be able to create these type of designs and have the same results that I have. That's my promise to you. As long as you come to this live class, you're going to get these steps too. Give me 30 days. And in 30 days, if you come to all of the live classes, you pay me $797. You come to all of the live classes and you show up and your computer's working, because now whatever's going on with your computer ain't my business. As long as you show up, if you tell me after 30 days, Shannon, this was horrible. This is the worst experience I've ever had. I don't even know how you even have hundreds of members in your academy. This is trash. If you tell me that, maybe say it a little bit nicer than that. But even if you said it just like that, then I will refund you the full $797. Okay. And I'm just telling you, as soon as you do that, you better download everything that I gave you, because when I refund you, all that dries up and closes out. And I wouldn't even care, because if that's how you feel about the product, then I haven't fulfilled my promise. I have not done my due diligence to show you how valuable our resource is and how valuable this community is. But just know for sure, you're going to get kicked out the group. You're going to lose all your files, but you're going to get your money back. All right. So I'm telling you that because I am 100% certain as long as you show up, I'm going to be here. I just told y'all I was sick, family issues and everything else. And we're here and we're thriving. And you all did amazing this week in this challenge. Okay. Even those watching on the Facebook side, I see y'all don't fall off until I close out the 3 hours y'all been on live with me. And I don't take that lightly. Okay. All right. Yeah. And some people are using for the $797 option. Some people are using, I think, Affirm and Afterpay. They can create virtual cards and pay it. On the site, I have Afterpay, I have Affirm, and I have Sezzle on here. I don't know if it's hard to get to, if it's not working, but that $797 deal, if you type in 797, this is the secret, y'all. You got to go to the website, type in 797, and you'll see the 797 deal. Okay. But you got your live AI classes, live Photoshop classes, do live business sessions on Friday. We do the 5-day challenges. I was charging let me tell y'all, this is how much I love y'all. I was charging $297 to do my live challenges because it's 5 days, but you get in the Zoom room and do real work, not just watch somebody talk for 5 days. Okay. I made that free for my Craft to Quit program. And my Craft to Quit program were the main people buying the $297 challenge. So I didn't just put my foot in my mouth. What I did was offer you all an opportunity, that like an unbelievable offer, an offer you cannot refuse. An offer, if you refuse it, then you may not want this level of success right now. You may not want this type of skill increase right now. But I am showing you better than I can tell you. Let me pull y'all inside this Facebook group so you can see what your cohorts are doing. Okay. That's work from yesterday. And Tanisha is new to this. And she pushed, oh, okay. Valentina, hey. Okay, y'all flipping. I didn't know y'all was gonna flip. I know I told my OGs to flip. Okay, Nancy did 2 flips. Awesome. Let's go, Jamie Jean, back in the mix. The learning and relearning. I love this. Thank you for posting, Jamie Jean. I know you've been out for a little bit, and I'm so glad you are back. Look, this is y'all work. Look, this is what we did on Wednesday. Y'all learned how to make mock-ups. On Tuesday, you made these mock-up scenes because these scenes didn't exist before. Y'all made this. Y'all hear me? We did Canva on Monday. Yes, I still did Canva because I still need to show y'all that there are features you need to understand inside of Canva. Okay? Look at this AI artwork we made on Tuesday. You can't tell me it's nobody out here doing it like this and letting you share your screen live every single week, every single Wednesday. We're having these Photoshop classes where I'm looking at your screen and making sure that you have success. And by the time we're done with class, there's no creative left behind. All right. Jay made the fan. Said, bump the mock up. Let me show y'all this fan works. Using Photoshop 5. Oh, look at all my birthday. Like, I haven't even been in here to look at my birthday wishes, y'all. I literally spent my birthday with y'all making these files. And look, I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love what I do. I love the people that are surrounding me. I love the progress and the success and the confidence that I see growing on y'all. Look, even our Canva files are fire. Y'all better go ahead with your bad selves, with your good selves, okay? Look, all of these birthday wishes, I'm over here scrolling, trying to see what work y'all doing. Like, yeah, happy birthday, sure. Where them files at? Where them files at? All right, my babies. I have to close out on time tonight because this week has put a lot on me, but I have seen a lot come out of this week. So I just wanted a chance to go ahead and tell you all how proud I am of you. This looks like it was done at Photoshop, Jonna. That was Photoshop? No, that was Canva. Baby, our Canva templates are crazy. I didn't even realize that was Canva. Now you already know you can do your auto and your smart template and your smart colors and all of that in Photoshop. But you did an excellent job with that, even in Canva. Beautiful work, y'all. I need y'all to show me how to make these fans and do some of this work because I might just participate in grad season. It's only usually a couple of seasons I ever participate in making physical products. It's Christmas season and grad season. I literally will never make another physical product or now for events because I've been designing and producing for events. But other than that, y'all, I can do just that and it will make the money that it needs to make for physical products. So if you're sitting this grad season out, I need you to know that this is your time to shine. You don't need anything that we don't already have. And for $797 investment, for you to have every file. Let me I told y'all it's $797 deal. Let me go back to my one-on-one page. Like I said, you can get to that tonight if you comment the word template. You'll get to this page and you can just buy one little template. Just see, hey, how does she teach? What does that template look like? Can I really do this? Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I'm going to take you to the little 5-minute templates right here. If you want to see all the templates, click on where it says templates, please, because this is only the last 10 weeks of class. We do a Photoshop class every week. So you know how some people, you get in their academies and their educational programs and they got like 10-year-old classes and people with hot glue strings hanging off of stuff and it just doesn't look professional. That's not how we do it. My whole point is for you to go pro from home. I don't want you to have to get dressed and see nobody. I want you to stay home, be with your family, and have professional level results. So I'm telling you how I make money with graphic design. I very rarely have to make anything. I very rarely have to physically go anywhere. And if I do, it's because I signed myself up for something I don't even need to be at. But I just got excited and offered too much. That's why I don't get on the phone, y'all. I promise you, I do not get on the phone. If I get on the phone, I guarantee you I will sign myself up for something I should not have. Just letting you know. I do everything via email. That's why y'all can't even talk to me on the phone in the academy. Nope. You talk to me inside the Zoom room. That's it, baby. And when I log off, I'm off. Okay. I want you all to have that kind of freedom too. You may want to talk on the phone. I don't know. But when I used to be on the phone with customers, I'll be on there listening to their dreams and their nightmares all day, solving their problems and not getting my work done. So the digital life, the nomad life, the digital nomad life is the life for me. All right, so just showing you some of the Photoshop classes every single week. Every now and then I take a little break, like, because if I have something really going on and I have to take a Wednesday off, but for me to have over 200 and 210 classes for y'all means that we've been doing this. This is nothing new. 210 weeks worth of classes. How many weeks are in a year? I told y'all $14,000 worth of stuff y'all unlocking. It's 52 weeks in a year. So let me just break this down. 210 classes divided by 52. There are 4 years worth of content that you're going to unlock with $797. 4 years worth of weekly classes. Anyways, if y'all don't take it this time, I promise you it will not be $797 again. I said that last time, but I cannot. The only reason why I'm doing this is because it's grad season, and I know this will be an excellent investment for you all to have everything you need for grad season and beyond, for back to school, for weddings, for anniversaries, family reunions. Y'all see we got this family reunion, birthdays, Mother's Day, certificates. We got playing cards here where you can make anybody look like they popped out a playing card. Need I say more? I don't need to say more because I promise you, if you just scroll down here, that was just one page. You can keep scrolling and you'll keep seeing relevant and completely trending and easy to use templates, systems, tools, files, and teaching. Yes, it looks really complicated, but when you get up in there and I show you how to double click on this, change this text, double click on that, change this smart color, double click on this, change this photo, double click on this, change this background, you will not want to touch Canva again. Let me preface this, and y'all can tell me inside of the Craft to Quit room, inside of the Zoom room, how many of you all were team Canva? You were completely team Canva at the beginning of this, and now I have you questioning your whole Canva life. Or if you played with Canva on Monday, you was like, Shannon, I could do the motion graphics with you and do the little GIFs, the little Jiffy GIFs. But yeah, I'm not playing with my time. I'm going to design in Photoshop. Ronetta, I know you still team Canva. Don't worry, baby. Spend some more time with me. I got you. Canva when marketing, other than that, Photoshop. I'm trying to tell y'all. Anyways, I said I was gonna let y'all go. Is there anything? Did y'all not get your links for the night? Because I ain't listen. If you know this is for you, you already know. I don't have to hard sell. I promise you that. What's gonna happen is the $797 deal is gonna close up, and y'all are gonna be like, well, I gotta pay $197 now to get in on the action every month. It's cool though, because it's worth it. It is absolutely worth $197 a month. For the fact that you get the 5-day challenge alone, which I was charging $297 for. But what I wanted is I wanted you to have results and not just a challenge that hyped you up for 5 days. So yes, I'm going to hype you up for 5 days, and not only just hype you up, you're going to get work done with me. Probably more work done in 5 days than you have in the last 5 months. Okay. I'm just being real with you. I'm not being braggadocious. I just know for a fact. Y'all tell me this. You get more done in 5 days than you have in the last 5 months. Okay. But I want you to spend some more time with me. That's why I built it inside of the membership, because I want you to spend more time with me and understand that you have the ability to design just like me. You have the tools to design identical to me. Many of you even surpass designing like me, because once I touch these templates, I'm done. You all go into these templates and you add your own sauce. Okay? So you can even surpass the skills that I build into each one of these templates. But do you see your resources? Do you see this opening up a world of options for you as a designer? And thank you all for sharing your vendors. Customer happiness, can you copy the vendors for like the Clack fans and people that are asking? Oh, there's some questions on YouTube? Okay, let me go to the YouTube. Hold on, y'all. I was still scroll. Look, I'm still scrolling through templates. I'm still scrolling through templates. I have not even gotten past page 3. All right, let's see what questions y'all have because I'm gonna let you go. That's what I say on the phone when I'm ready to get off. Well, all right, I'm gonna let you go. I get that from my granny. Let's see. Why can't I click over here and see these questions? Questions y'all have for me. I tell y'all what, I'm looking for the questions. Maybe I'm not clicking on the right thing. Okay, there we go. Now, if the Sezzle option doesn't, I don't control like the Sezzle and all of that. I do have it available on the website. Sezzle, Affirm, and Afterpay. And then also Shop Pay is on there. So if you need that $7.97 deal and you want to do split pay options, make sure that you go to $7.97 in the store and then search for that split pay option. Okay, I got you, love. I understand. And y'all gave me some more birthday wishes on YouTube. Thank y'all. All right, I'm getting to see if there's some more questions. Nikki, no, everything does not unlock if you do the 197. 197 a month is literally that's the regular subscription rate. What you do is you unlock one Photoshop class every week, you unlock one AI class every week, and you get a live Photoshop class every week and a live AI class every week. So every month you unlock 8 Photoshop classes and 8 AI classes. But if you want to unlock everything, like I said, that $7.97 deal, that's my stimulus package. Remember back in the day, I used to make a stimulus package to get you all like hyped about diving into what you want to do. That's my stimulus package. And then I'll know once you get this stuff, I ain't worried about you running off on me. But I got people that's been with me for 5 years now. 5 years. Because we still learning up in here. The learning don't stop. The innovation does not stop. Can you create a design in Canva and then upscale in Photoshop? So, and Steph, I think I answered this yesterday. You can upscale something that you get out of Canva, but optimally, you want to design in Photoshop. If you ever try to upscale something, all you're doing is just making the pixels bigger, which makes them look worse when you blow them up. Now, upscale, if you're using a product like an upscaler, for instance, the Topaz, which I think I showed you all how to upscale last Friday. I use upscale on my photos so that I can take these low resolution photos and make them look better. Okay. Okay. Do, 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 do. Yeah, an iconic touch. If you take an image, I'll show y'all right now. I'm gonna take an image and make it 300 DPI. That is low resolution. Let me see if I can find something on my downloads. Okay, so this image right here. Let's see how big this is. Zoom, 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 zoom. Okay, you see how I'm seeing all these pixels? Watch this. I'm gonna go to image size. It will clean it up a little bit. It's 72 pixels per inch. I'm going to make it 300 pixels per inch. And I need to print this large scale. So I'm going to make it 24 inches at 300 pixels per inch because I need to print this out for a prop. I need it to be 24 inches by 24 inches and at least 300 DPI for my printer. Okay. Let me do Control 0. Then I zoom in. Hey, it's got to be better resolution. It's just less grainy. So Photoshop will smooth it out, but it still looks like trash. You want to design in the scale. That's why I teach y'all large format design, because nobody's teaching y'all large format design, and y'all are learning the hard way. And you go, like, somebody's paying you hundreds or thousands of dollars to design their event, and then you don't feel confident charging that because you're like, dang, my images came out kind of nasty. Ooh, they paid me $300 for this panel. And that's what I'm telling you. I'd rather teach you the smart way rather than the hard way. I'd rather give you the genius tools rather than have you even have to think smart. You don't have to think smart when you got a genius tool, when you have a system, when you have a workflow that I teach you. So that's my whole goal. I don't want y'all to work smart. I want you to apply genius. I definitely don't want you to work hard. I don't want you to learn the hard way. I don't want you to have to pay the tuition that I've paid, the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition that I have had to pay. And I mean literal tuition as far as getting my PhD in engineering. I'm talking about tuition from coaches that I've paid to learn and do what I do. I'm talking about tuition that I've learned from buying stuff, losing money, gaining experience at a very expensive rate. Okay? This is what I want you to avoid. And this is why I decided, instead of being a professor at an engineering school 5 years ago, instead of being a professor at an engineering school 5 years ago, I decided to teach y'all on YouTube from a McDonald's in a rural town, just so I can have some Wi-Fi, just so I can help people really explore their creativity, but professionalize what it is that you love to do. That's why I say go pro from home. I don't want y'all giving people this time out. I charge $10,000 for events just because you cranked it up to 300 DPI. That's not what you want with us. I promise you. And I'm here to guide you. Okay. All right. So I said I was getting off of this live, and I'm getting off while I have a little bit of energy. If you all need anything, message the Facebook group. I'm not the Facebook group. I lied. The Facebook page is scrolling down here somewhere at the bottom of the screen. Message the Facebook page. And if I have some energy, then I will reply to this tonight, and customer happiness can help me apply some of the answers to the questions that you all have tonight. But it has been a long week. I have spent a whole part-time job, a whole 20 hours with y'all this week. Because let's be real, we went from 7 to 10 and 11 o'clock almost every night this week. And I have no problem doing that next month too, for your 5-day challenge. All right. Some of you all need to go ahead and make sure, especially in the Craft to Quit, and anybody who wants to join the Photoshop class tomorrow, you have an opportunity right now to join this Photoshop class for $67. You're going to learn all the tools that you need to learn and apply them, and you're going to build your own template from scratch. Okay? In Photoshop. So even if you're Canva based, please take this. Any of my folks in the C2Q Zoom room, how many of you all, give me a 0 in the chat if you have never taken this Photoshop Basics course with Coach Ann? Give me a 0 in the chat. All right, y'all all in there, y'all all locked in. How many have taken it and it was highly beneficial for you? If you've taken it, it was highly beneficial. Give me a 100 in the chat. Jamie Jean, Coach Nancy did it. Okay, Jennifer, run it. Okay, Renata, you took it. Okay. Ashley, Tracy, Keita. Okay. Okay. Well, listen, Felicia, go ahead and get enrolled in that. You get a free credit to do it one time. You can only use it one time. Cheryl, Judy, Anita, Nisi. All right. And if you need it a second time, then pay for it and take the second one, because I give y'all one credit for free. Then after that, you have to pay for it. I have had people take it several times. Some people take it as a refresher course. Oh, Ronnie said, that's why I came back with courage and hope. I was ready to give up before the class. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Ronetta. And I will actually relay that to Coach Ann, because I'm sure that will make her feel amazing. All right, so for the homework tonight, I'll go ahead and put, look, I'll tell y'all what, let me go ahead and give y'all, um, for your free files, make sure that y'all typed in Friday, get your free files before they disappear. What am I doing? Oh, I was making a little GIF. I forgot all about that. Okay, I'll put it right here. So let me go ahead and give you all this for your homework so that you can make some little GIFs. And I'll tell y'all what, y'all make the GIFs without my special file because that special file is for Automizer Vault users. So this one right here, this file with the stages, this is for the Automizer Vault users. Okay, this is what you all are going to use. Is remember with the Automizer Vault, I used to have all the stages on the Automizer. Now this is going to be external to it, and I'm going to show y'all how to use it later. But I will have that resource ready for you. Now, what I'll do for this one, let me close that down. I definitely don't want to save that. Let me close that down. Y'all already have that file. So really, all you have to do is do your animations with the images that you already have. And I'm going to give you the images even if you don't have them, okay? So I'm going to drop those on the back end. Like I said, I got to get off this live so I can drop those files for you. I will give you the Canva little motion graphics. So y'all work on that over the weekend. You do not have to do that tonight, but if I get the resource to you tonight and you're really excited to work on it, then you will have it on your back end, okay? Felicia, all you're going to do is go to the back end and go to your My Products. Then you put in C2Q. You'll see that there's a C2Q discount code and it'll say one-time use for the 101B class. And it'll give you the instructions on how to use that code, okay? Y'all see my voice is kind of going out. So I already know I'm pushing it. And I did a little extra tonight. I love y'all. And I truly do appreciate you dearly. And until next time, which is for my Craft to Quit crew, I will see y'all Tuesday for AI class. Coach Ann will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. if you're taking the Photoshop class. And we will definitely, you all saw that we have some courses coming up for the weekend boot camps. So I will be seeing y'all. But one thing I am going to do is rest up and take tomorrow off. I love you all and I appreciate you dearly. And until next time, bye. Good night. Good night.
Recording stopped.
Well, customer habits, cut that recording quick. Good night, y'all. Bye, y'all.